We're here in Williston, South Carolina today, where several large industries have provided jobs for decades are located. Crane Manufacturing Systems has employed hundreds of Barnwell County residents over the years. They manufacture 80% of vending and merchandising systems sold in North America, right here in Williston. Team members at Crane have outstanding metal fabrication skills, among others. Next door to Crane, we have NBS Inc. Now celebrating their 40th year anniversary, NBS produces in-house graphics, printing, and parts for customers servicing the world's largest beverage manufacturers. In operation since 1984, NBS's equipment and expertise extend to a range of custom commercial screen printing, digital printing, metal fabrication, and more. You can expect to see their products and cranes on many of the merchandising systems used by major beverage brands across North America. Now, during our visit to Williston today, we're going to visit Atlas, a premium golf cart manufacturer which began operations in Williston just last year. Atlas provides high-end golf carts for personal use, and all are equipped with a lithium battery, produce zero direct emissions, and can travel for between 70 to 90 miles based on model type. We're in Barnwell County again in Williston, South Carolina, with Mark Messick. He is the co-CEO of Atlas Carts. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
You actually opened in 2023 in February, sold your first cart. They're not really well, you have golf carts, but you have personal transportation vehicles. So talk about the history and a little bit about where you are today.
Yeah, so myself and two other gentlemen from the industry, from the golf cart industry, we come from E-Z-GO and Club Car, the major manufacturers. We decided that, we had a lot of vision. We come from a marketing background, and we wanted to take that, that entrepreneurial leap. And so we decided to open and start our own business, Atlas Carts. So this is our 2-passenger version here. It's mainly used by people who live in golfing communities. We also have our 4-passenger lifted. It's actually a low-speed vehicle. So legally, you're able to drive these on highways or roadways that have a 35 mile per hour speed limit or less. And then the biggest model we have is a 6-passenger. So that's right here. And so it allows more than just four occupants.
So talk about your customers specifically again.
So I'd say we have mainly 2 different customer segments. So number one, the active retiree, the husband and wife that have sort of retired into a more active golfing community. So they usually purchase the 2-passenger, and they use that to get to and from their home, to play golf and then to dinner and lunch. And so that's one main segment. The other segment is really a younger family type segment. And these are families that live in master plan communities that have access to amenities within 2 miles. So they use these to sometimes drive their kids to school, go to dinner, and they're really replacing one of their automobiles in a lot of cases with these types of vehicles.
And you're very successful. Things are going really well. You're in Barnwell County, good workforce.
Yes, yeah. So there's no shortage of labor for us. That's not a challenge for us at all. I'd say, yeah, we're lucky to be here.
And what else do you want to share with our viewers about your company and kind of what your vision is for the future?
Yeah, I'd say we look at golf cars not really for golf. It's more for personal use. And the vision that we have is, why not use these vehicles really for 50% of your drive time? And a lot of the trips that we make are close by your home. There's really not a need to have a big, large vehicle. So we really see this category of vehicles growing in the future, especially with remote workforce now. There's a lot of migration from sort of the northern metropolitan areas to the southern Sun Belt and to more suburban areas. And those types of areas are perfect for this product and this vehicle.
Very good. Mark Messick, who is the co-CEO of Atlas Carts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Industries flourish in the region because of the great workforce, and many of them are trained through programs at Denmark Technical College and at the Barnwell County Career Center. We are at Denmark Technical College with the president, Dr. Willie Todd. And Denmark Technical College does serve Allendale and Bamberg and Barnwell County. So it's wonderful to meet you. And you have been the president for almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years.
You have a lot to be proud of. I think there were some challenges when you first came in. So what are you most proud of today?
I think the thing I'm most proud of today is rebranding the institution in a way that my mantra has been putting the tech back in Denmark Tech. Because for whatever reason, I think we had kind of gotten away from, we're a technical college and that's what we're here for. And so I think the fact of being able to rebrand to a way that our counties know that we're here for everybody. We're what's called an HBCU, Historically Black College and University, but we're here for everybody. And we rebranded in a way that right now in our residence halls, we have Black students, white students, Hispanic students, and I love that. And I just see more diversity here, and I think I'm most proud of that.
That's very good. Let's get specific about some of the programs and certifications that you have that provide local jobs to some of our industries in the area.
So we have quite a few. First off, we have numerous programs, but when we talk about local manufacturing, I think Manu First is one of the ones that I think we're very proud of. We also have welding. We also have electrical mechanical engineering. And I think those are three of the ones that I see people coming here, getting training. And we'll talk about apprenticeships a little later, but getting training and going into some of our local factories and being prepared to enter. And then even as an aside, we do offer business courses as well, which oftentimes are beneficial as well.
So do businesses and industry come to you to say, this is what we need, this is the workforce, these are the skill sets that we're looking for?
So it's a combination. With some of the industry, we have partnerships to the point where they will come to us and say, hey, we have something new that we're doing here and we need more labor in this, and we'll do partnerships with them. Okay. Sometimes we're reaching out to them. Sometimes it's in the media. Sometimes local county officials will say, we're getting this new industry, we're getting this. So it's a combination. But what we try to do is to make sure, that's the beauty of a certificate program. Right. If we were doing an academic program, it's a lengthy process. You have to go through this process with your regional accreditor, et cetera, well, national accreditor now. But when we're doing a certificate program, we can create that in collaboration with industry almost overnight.
And that's a beautiful thing, because a student can come in and within a year, 2 years, they're in a big job, a nice paying job.
Believe it or not, sometimes in one semester. That I've spent most of my career in 4 years, but 2 years is doing what 4 year wishes it could do. I tell people our students are not leaving unemployed. They're employed and employed in the field for which they've studied, and that is amazing.
What is so exciting about these three counties, in particular Barnwell County? I think there's 150 students that are here.
I think what I find most exciting is the opportunity for access. So the fact that in their own community right here in Barnwell, that people have the opportunity to get the training they're going to need to help them be successful and hopefully stay in their community and not have to leave their community. And to me, that's what excites me most about being situated here in our rural communities.
And so you see those students and you see how they succeed, and then they go and
I see the generational stories. I see, I joke with them sometimes and say, oh my God, my degree was in English. So I'm like, it was a long time before I made some of the salaries they're leaving here making in a short time period. And what I think a lot of people don't know, I'm old, so there used to be a show, there was a movie, Norma Ray. I don't know if any of you remember Norma Ray, and it was in a factory, and the factory was covered with cotton. You go into a factory today, these factories are technologically driven, they're automated. People are sitting at computers oftentimes, there's robotics and all of this. I think many parents today don't want their children sometimes to work in factories because they're thinking the 1980s factory, not the technological institutions that exist today.
Very good. Kind of in closing, you mentioned some of the partnerships and apprenticeships. Anything else that you want to share about the relationships you have with some of the either companies or other stakeholders?
Well, I would say some of our apprenticeship programs that we have that are really, really good, and I have to hit on those. We have one that's with a lot of our local municipalities. It's a electrical line worker program. The range is down there. These students in 16 weeks are getting opportunities that can lead them anywhere between $50,000 to $65,000 starting out after this 16-week program. I was talking with Dominion Energy. Dominion said we start them out with $82,000 to $90,000 after a 16-week program. Wow. That's an apprenticeship opportunity. We have a nuclear fundamentals with Savannah River Nuclear Site and Savannah River Mission Completion. We've had 5 cohorts of classes complete. And in our electrical line worker, these young men, and I now say young women because in our last cohort, we finished our first woman graduate. And so for people to leave to get these kind of opportunities for access and to be able to stay in their own communities, I think that's amazing. So, and then now what we're looking at getting into is clean, renewable, and sustainable energy. So we've started a center of innovation around energy, which that line worker program is the infancy. And so we're working with Dominion Energy, Duke Energy, Edisto Electric, that are working with these young people from our communities that are getting these careers where if you look up an electrical line worker, after 4 years, I don't think you're going to find one who's not making a six-figure salary.
Very good. Well, job well done, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank
Dr.
you.
Willie Todd, the president of Denmark Technical College. Nice to meet you, sir.
Oh, the pleasure was all mine. Thank you.